Hi everyone, Amanda here again today. I'm sharing another process video. Today I am scrapping another photo for my European trip album, and this one is the Trevi Fountain in Rome. I'm starting out with a sheet of We Are Memory Keepers paper. I'm not sure which line it is, chalkboard maybe? And I really like that black and white script side, but this was a bit of a difficult one for me because I so love it and I want to use it, but I had to eventually accept that it's too busy and it's not my style and it was never going to work. So I let it go reluctantly and went for the watercolor side. And then I'm just going to use a photo overlay for the correct use of putting it over a photo. The photo has got a bit of a yellow tinge. It was another one taken with my film camera. It was about 10 years ago now. So it's a copy of an original negative. So I end up going with a overlay from Crepe Paper Love Notes. And just in case you don't know, because it took me a while to realise this, they have a protective coating on one side, so you peel it off before you use it. Now, because it's an actual 4x6 and I'm using it over the whole photo, instead of gluing it down, which is going to leave marks, I've just decided to use my tiny attacher in the bottom corner there. And I'm going through some 6x6 paper pads, finding papers that will work with the background. I kind of, in my mind, I have a bit of a vintage feel to the page to go with the photo. So I'm looking for more muted colours, creams and black and white. And then I'm just going to layer it on. I'm really into layering at the moment. About maybe 12 months or so ago, I was right into layering, and then I did a little bit, but not as much as I used to. Now I'm right back into it. I'm trying to use some of my older supplies. I did a de-stash recently and sold a whole heap of stuff on Facebook garage sale. And then yesterday I moved a box and found, I think it was like 8 unused kits. I couldn't believe it. So I've instead of heading straight for the latest and greatest, I am looking through some older stuff to see what will work. And when I say older, it's not even that old. It's probably, from the last 12 months. I decided that the grey border was too wide and it was a bit wishy-washy with the watercolour paper. So I've cut it down and then I'm going to mount it all on a piece of black cardstock. And I fiddle around with that for quite a while, so I'm just going to jump ahead so you don't see the boredom of me trying to get the back off double-sided tape. I don't have nails, if you may have noticed. Please don't notice because it's dreadful. I am a chronic nail biter, which is a really bad thing. And the other thing that I'm doing, the other thing I'm doing to the layout, which is something I haven't done since I first started scrapbooking, is I'm inking the edges of my papers. And it's just something, when I first started scrapbooking, I basically learnt from Shamil. I was lucky enough to win a place in one of her workshops, online workshops, and so that's where I learnt my basic design skills from. And she loves to ink the edges of things. Well, at the time she did. I'm not sure if she does it so much anymore. And so I had to do it on everything. But then when I developed my own style, I moved away from it. But because this is a vintage feel, for the page, I've gone with some Tim Holtz Distress ink. I think it's linen, something like that. And I've also used my distresser. I think it's called a Sweetheart Distresser from We Are Memory Keepers. It has sandpaper on the back, and then in the little kind of cleft of the heart, it has a little razor blade that pops out so you can distress the paper. Now, as well as picking things out of my 6x6 stash, I also went through my scrap basket. I'm trying to be good. I am a shopaholic. It's really bad. I have so much stuff. If I scrap every photo I ever take for the next year and a half, I'm never going to use it all. I periodically de-stash. I really need to make an effort to do less shopping and more scrapping. But I think since I've started watching YouTube videos and taking part in the YouTube community, I feel like instead of going straight for the newest product, I am having a bit of a look around to see what I have and make more use of things. And also, the other thing I've started doing a lot of is using just one collection. And really, that's great. A lot of it's matchy-matchy, and if you can make it work, that's fantastic. but sometimes there's just things that don't work. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Sorry. I'm working more at including various bits from different collections into my pages. So I decided to go with a flare from Unwow Studio, and I wanted to incorporate a globe kind of travel theme, but it didn't really work. Instead, I go with a little star from a Maggie Holmes, I think it's Flea Market chipboard sticker sheet, and then I just whack the camera there. So sorry that the rest of the video is a bit out of whack. I didn't mean to do that. I found some black and white photo corners, you can't see the white on them really, from Bella Boulevard, and I thought that would be good to do on opposite corners. My original European travel album is actually a black paged album where you put the photos in the photo corners, so I kind of like that touch, just to give it, a vintage feel. And because I'm putting the star up in the top corner, I decided to staple that down as well. I didn't get it quite right. I managed to bend it a bit, so I think I've adjusted it. Maybe I've adjusted it already. The best part is from Dear Lizzie, and I think that's Lucky Charm ephemera pack. Then I'm just finding some bits of stickers and pieces to pop around. Now this layout took quite a bit of time. I think it took 45 minutes, which I guess isn't all that long, but for the amount of detail in the finished layout, it was a pretty long time because I spent a lot of time going through all my sticker sheets and things, trying to find bits to use. I just got a new shelf put in my studio, and so everything is everywhere until I kind of get that loaded up. So there was a lot of digging around involved, looking for stuff. I used some Gold Lame Colour Shine from Heidi Swap. And I'm really impatient, so I actually use a paper towel to mop it up. But I use like the expensive paper towels. I use like the 99-cent rolls in the kitchen, but I like to get the good Viva ones for the scrap room because I just find they're much more absorbent and they don't really splat the ink onto your pages. Next, I'm just adding a sticker from the Alison Craft Recorded sheet, which I found recently. I'm loving the colours. They're kind of a bit muted, not so bright. They work really well with the background paper. And I'm just putting the word Roma underneath the picture. And I'm going to use the title La Dolce Vita for this photo. It's a picture, as I said before, of the Trevi Fountain, which has a famous scene in the movie La Dolce Vita, which is an old black and white Italian movie, where Anita Ekberg, she's dressed in this beautiful long black evening dress, strapless evening dress, and she jumps in the water and is yelling out, "Marcello!" And I don't know, I just love that scene, and I really enjoyed seeing the fountain in real life. So I thought I'd use the name of the film as a title. And the thickers I am using are from crepe paper. They're called Lullaby. I believe they're from the Little Bo Peep collection, but I'm not sure off the top of my head. Anyway, once they are down, that is my finished layout. I will finish up with some stills of the layout. And thank you so much for joining me here on my YouTube channel. Until next time, have a great day. Bye.